we're going live on the DBB right now. Just a little delay. Let me see. All right. Hello, everybody. I think we're good to go. I am so excited. Woohoo! Welcome, everybody to our Digital Business Builders and Community. I'm Katrina. I am one of the mentors and coaches here in our community, and we are so glad to have you all here. We know you have been curious, you have been anxious at the same time, and you are exploring the online space so you can have a little extra on the side. And so you can give more to your family, to your bigger purpose. And today we are in our one of our sessions called Breaking Barriers, where we share with you testimonials, winning stories of everyday people like you who are also inspired to have more for their families. Without further ado, we will be hearing from this power couple, by the way, which I just posted about them about a couple of hours ago, and my notifications have been nonstop because of all the inspirations, all the comments, all the shares. And I thought of why don't we hear from them? Exactly, because we're all feeling the excitement. And I wanted to know how they're feeling after that debt free scream. So without further ado, let's all welcome to our DBB stage the power couple of the hour, Dave and Roxanne Obisa.
Hello.
Hi,
Katrina.
Coach Katrina. Hi, everyone. Digital Business Builders and Community. Thanks for having us here.
Yes, we're excited. We're still very, very fired up. Right?
Uh-huh. And I asked them this before we went on air. How are you guys feeling?
Feeling amazing, excited. I'm glad that it's done already because I was very.
It seemed very fast. It was a blur. We had the excitement and the feeling of like getting ready, getting up there. Like
it was nerve-wracking.
Yeah, there was a whole setup. It was, I was telling Roxanne, we're doing a lot of go lives. This is nothing. We spoke on stage, but with having like a headphones, you can't. In the beginning, we couldn't hear each other, and then eventually it was live. There's a lady telling us, wave on TV. You're live on camera. So it was a whole setup. But then when the nerves calmed down, it was good. We were able to be authentic, our authentic selves. So.
Yeah.
I love that. So we just got a little taste of the behind the scenes. Before we really dive into, as we said here in the title, we're debt-free, 703,000 paid off. The exact steps this power couple took to shatter death and build wealth. By the way, if you guys we're so excited here. If this is the first time you're seeing us, I'm Katrina. I've been here in the online space doing this business with this power couple for 6 years now, and I'm here coming to you live from Toronto, Ontario. Guys, do you want to know? Do you want to tell them where you are currently coming from, and just how long have you been here in the online space?
Yeah, so we are from Calgary, Canada, but as we are talking about this, we're still here in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yes, and we've started the online business in October of 2018. So we're going to be 7 years in the online business next month. So
that's right.
Yes.
Look at that. All right. So before we really dive into the strategies, the mindset behind your journey to doing that debt-free scream, let's watch that 9-minute video for everybody who hasn't catch the video that I posted earlier. So here we go. We're all going to watch it again together.
If you're ever around the Nashville area, stop by and see us. We do the show on the glass live from 1 to 4 Central Time every day. And there's usually 50 to 200 people out here, partly to watch the show, but partly because the coffee and the homemade cookies are free. So there's that. And come by and hang out with us. We do pictures at the commercial breaks and all that kind of stuff. And you might have the opportunity to see someone stand on the debt-free stage right here in the lobby to do their debt-free scream. Dave and Roxanne are with us. Hey, guys, how are you?
Hi, Dave.
Welcome. Where do you live?
We're from Calgary, Canada.
Fun. And how much debt have you two paid off?
$702,970.
Wow.
Whoa, how long did this take?
About 7 years and 4 months, Dave.
I smell a home payoff.
Yes.
Yes.
Good for you. We're looking at weird people. I love it. What's this house worth?
About 800,000 right now.
Wow.
Very cool. And how much in your nest egg these days?
About 320.
So you're millionaires, baby steps millionaires.
Yes.
How
guess.
old are you two?
I'm 37.
I'm 45.
And you're baby steps millionaires in Calgary, Canada. I'm so proud of y'all.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Way to go! How's that feel?
Feels amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
How many millionaires in your line? Your parents, your grandparents, all that kind of thing.
No one.
No one.
You're it. You're the first.
First
You
ones.
broke it.
And my brother's here with me. I think he's a millionaire.
Okay. Wow.
Okay. All right. So both of you made it. All right.
Yes.
Good. So a whole new line to the family tree coming with you too.
Yes.
Way to go, guys. I'm proud of you. Excellent job. All right. And your range of income during that 7 years?
Yeah, it's really interesting. We started at 30,000, almost made nothing, and by the end of the journey, 7-year journey, we make about 700,000 right now.
Oh, amazing.
700?
Amazing.
What do y'all do?
We started. I was a general manager of a cleaning company and a facility company, and
I used to work in finance in the government.
and along the way we started an online business and in affiliate marketing, and the sales started to pick up, and that's what we do full time now.
In freight marketing?
No, affiliate marketing online.
Affiliate marketing.
Yeah,
oh.
online, yeah. iTicket, yeah.
Oh, wow. Good for you.
Awesome.
Pretty cool. Well, congratulations, you two.
Thank you.
Zoom. What a wonderful income. This is very cool. All right. How did a power couple like you guys get plugged into the Ramsey stuff?
It started actually, I was listening to Joyce Mayer sermon, and she talks about Financial Peace University, Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. So I started searching about you. I got so excited about baby steps, and I showed it to him, and he's very skeptical.
I was skeptical. I used to be a financial advisor. I wasn't a big fan of Dave Ramsey at the time. But our turning point was that it was February 2018. At that point, we had about $86,000 of consumer debt, 24 failed businesses.
Wow.
And the only thing that was left for us was that we were managing an apartment and we were living for free. Again, our income was about $30,000. We got home and we got an eviction letter saying we don't need you anymore. And that kind of almost broke us. And I remember that day we were afraid. We were mad at each other for, saving nothing and living for free. And I remember Roxanne prayed this very powerful prayer, right?
Yeah, I asked God to heal our finances, to lead us to a solution, and to lead us to the right opportunity. And that's when, Dave finally, became open about looking into more about the FPU.
Yeah, and that's when we, for me, it's like total surrender. I said, you know what, I may be a financial advisor, but as Dave would say, I don't have a six-pack, right? So I'm a fat financial advisor, so I need to have total surrender, and we went all in after that. So
Wow. Wow. So you just plugged in online.
Yes.
yeah, online because they don't, from what I know, they don't have it
Right.
live in Canada.
Canada doesn't like the word university.
Yeah.
When it's not like a real university, so they won't let us in there. But yeah. Wow, so cool, man. I'm proud of you.
Something.
Thank you.
Very neat. So, what was the first thing you did to get the income up?
Yeah, so
I mean, you're sitting there homeless. Almost.
So we started, I started to apply full time, and we're employable. So I got full time job, and then you got full time job.
we started to go back to actual work because we had this mentality of like we want to be entrepreneurs, but we didn't want to have a full time job because we have a wrong mindset about hard work. So we all actually went back to full time work, Roxanne and I, and then we went intense. We had cleaning jobs. We had, the best
Side
hustle
hustles.
for us was like we had we rented our apartment that we were living in, right?
Yeah.
And
Because we were living in a 2-bedroom apartment, and we started to rent the second bedroom to international students, and that I think it gave us like $500 extra, and then we sold our Mercedes-Benz. It took us like 3 months to really think about it, so we sold that Mercedes-Benz. That free us more cash flow for us. and then we sold some stuff in Facebook Marketplace as well, and
Yeah, everything
we did
that-
cleaning jobs.
Yeah, everything that we saw that wasn't, we had like 3 iPads for some reason. We sold 2 of them.
Good.
I had an old golf club. We sold it. I had an old suit. We put it in FB Marketplace.
Everything
bought
go.
it, right?
Everything must go.
Yeah.
There was a
So where did you grow up?
I grew up in the Philippines, and he grew up
Yeah.
in the Philippines too.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And so you moved to Canada.
Yeah.
Whole new opportunity.
Yeah.
Whole new set of things. Bunch of failed businesses, take the full-time jobs plus all the side hustles, start scratching and digging, and one of those side hustles became the affiliate marketing that blew up.
Yeah, along the way, I wanted to come here to thank you, Dave, because we talk about that this journey healed us because on those businesses, it wasn't the business per se. It was, our impatience. We had a sickness called ABD. I call it attention business disorder, right? when the business becomes
Sounds like an entrepreneur to me.
when the business became challenging, we said maybe there's something easier out there. But baby step 2 really taught us to be patient, have spirit of contentment, be creative, be resourceful. Everything an entrepreneur needs, right? And when we hit our, the business along the way, it was February we started. October 2018 is when we started affiliate marketing. It took off because God blessed that business because we now have the character, the foundation
Man.
that sits on it. So
Something. You guys are incredible.
thank
It's
you.
amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, preach it. I love it. Well done. So proud of you. Way to go. How's it feel now to be this age? And, you go through all of that, and now you're millionaires already.
Thank you.
And it was not a smooth journey. It was a gut-wrenching journey, but rich. And so how's it feel now that you're there?
It feels weird to be weird.
It feels amazing, at peace, knowing that we're taking care of God's resources. We learned that it's not our money; it's God's money, and we realized that if God blessed us earlier, we would lose it.
Yeah.
But now, because God knows that we're prepared, so we can handle more. So
When you're faithful in the little things, you'll be given more to manage.
yeah.
Yes.
Pretty much in his scriptures. Love it. Proud of y'all. Very well done. And you brought your son with you, right?
Yes.
Bring him up. Do you want to introduce him, have him part of this?
Yes.
All right. How old is he and what's his name?
He's 4 years old. His name is Caleb.
Hey, Caleb. Well done, brother. All right. It's just the handoff here.
Yeah, right.
I love it. Very cool. Good looking guy. Fun. He has no idea how much of a hero his mom and dad are. They've changed their entire lives. Very cool. Their entire family tree is completely shaken up. Way to go, Caleb. Pretty cool. You selected good parents, brother.
So cool.
Good job. All right, Dave and Roxanne and Caleb, $703,000 paid off in 7 years and 4 months, making from $30,000 to $700,000. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1.
To God be the glory. We're debt free.
Yeah! I love it. Wow. That's about as good as it gets right there. Man, how fun. Way to go, you guys.
I love it.
The energy.
Love the energy. And you know what? I was so excited. I forgot my intro. I was about to do my intro for you guys, but I'm going to do it right now. So, most people I'm seeing here, like 30 in our DBB. I know we're also tuning in our group. And I also noticed we are actually in outside of DVB, so we're all good. We're so excited for this. And most people say they want freedom, but when life gets tough, most people quit. But not this couple. Dave and Roxanne just stood on the Ramsey Show stage in Tennessee, USA. They're still there in Tennessee right now, screaming the words most families only dream of, like, we're debt free. After crushing over 702,970 of debt, they didn't just change their finances. they change their destiny and their family's tree, legacy tree. And today, we're pulling back the curtain a bit. So if you're in this group or wherever you are tuning in the world, by the way, let us know where you guys are tuning in from so we know how global we are. And if you're in this group because you're tired of feeling tired, feeling stuck, tired of being overworked, underpaid, or tired of debt telling you what you can and you can't do with your life, you have to lean in and really listen closely here because the steps they use are the same principles they're applying to build this online business that's giving them time, money, and family freedom. So if they can do it, definitely you can also do it. You watching this right now, whether live or on a replay. So again, you guys, after watching that again, maybe you've watched it multiple times already. I messaged you this morning. How does that feel to see that video again?
Yeah, I said earlier that it went so fast that it was a blur for me. But when I actually rewatched the video, having more time to listen to it and what we actually said, which some of the things I didn't even say, I know I said, I was a bit emotional actually. I was like, and how Dave affirmed, all our hard work, saying, you guys are incredible, you guys are amazing. It was surreal for us, right?
Yeah, I was actually yeah, like at that time when Dave when it went live, when Dave and Jade asked our names, oh, what are your names? Where are you guys from? I was tongue tied. I didn't say anything because, like, for some
Nothing would
reason,
come out, right?
nothing would come out. Like, I didn't expect that I would feel that. And good thing Dave saved me. And he's like, oh, yeah, we're Dave and Roxanne. We're from Calgary, Alberta. Yeah, but then the more he asked questions, the more I get comfortable. I was really
Yeah, they're very good.
yeah, they're very good. They're free. Like they give us free shirts, they give us free bags, free mug, free cookies and coffee.
Yeah, and our
Like
parking was like
You tasted the cookie.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was good.
I'm always hearing about the cookie. I
yeah.
love that. Oh my gosh. So for so many people are commenting like, oh my gosh, you guys on fire. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate all the cheers here. Let's dive on in. The first one is, of course, we are all celebrating with you, but I know behind all the congratulations, people are wondering like, how did they do it? But what is this debt-free scream, right? Can you give a little background there, by the way, for those who are not familiar with the debt-free scream stage?
Yeah, so if you're not familiar with the debt-free scream stage, it's really one of the kind of our it was a vision board moment. It was our vision board for a long time. It's the community of we call it the baby steppers, which is the Dave Ramsey community. They go up the stage when they actually pay off their consumer debt, and some also pay off their mortgage. We wanted to pay our mortgage as well. So when you're completely debt free, which is baby step 2, then you get a chance to go up there and just scream, because of all your hard work, your effort, right? And Dave Ramsey in his show, which is in Nashville, Tennessee, you submit your information, all that kind of stuff, and then they interview your journey, your debt free scream, to just the purpose to inspire others that they can do it too.
And the debt free scream show, it really, like, along the way for those 7 years, it really inspired us that we can do it. So we always listen to that kind of stories because
Many,
like some of them have more debts than us,
$1 million debts.
it inspired us. If these people can do it, we can do it as well. So we kept.
So there's an app if you guys want to see, or maybe search it on YouTube, debt free scream, and you listen to it over and over. Many of them, especially if you get some of you that are listening to it that are in our situation before and you're in debt and you feel like it's hopeless, listen to it, because it starts with hope. When you have hope that other people that have many debts, more debts than you, and you say, wow, if they can do it, I can do it as well. That's the thing.
Hope is a powerful word. Hope is a powerful thing. So let's dive on in. I love all those, thank you for giving that background there, setting the stage, especially for those who are hearing about what is this debt-free scream stage, right? So what did debt steal from you the most? Like, was it the peace, the family time, the vision, or was it anything else? And what was the moment that you both have decided, you know what, this is it, we're done with this, never again?
I think the debt at that time, I think the never get moment for us was the time that we lost our job as property manager. So for about 10 years, we were living in a property as a resident manager. So we were living for free. So that was our saving grace. So I think that was like we depended on it. So it actually helped us, risk more, um, and basically that when we received that letter saying, oh, we no longer need you, it really shattered our like my I got so scared, like I didn't know what to do, like I was so scared of just paying a rent, right? We didn't even know how to pay rent. So that really steals my peace after that. So at before that, I wasn't bothered about the debts.
Yeah, a
So
lot of people,
yeah,
because it's so commercialized that
yeah,
it's okay to have a credit card,
yeah.
all that stuff. But it's and Dave Ramsey calls
One
it
second.
death by 1,000 cuts, which means that you don't know. You just a $20 shirt here, $100, $100, splurge there, maybe a trip, right? Death by 1,000 cuts, and it doesn't, you don't feel it, but you're actually dying because you don't know, right? And yeah, it's for me, it was peace, really peace. That's the biggest thing for us. So
Yeah, and that's why it's called the Financial Peace University, right? It's really the journey and the peace that
Mhm.
comes with that when you hit that stage.
Yeah.
And I know everyone, wants to know the how. Like, how did you guys do it? Like, what are the steps? So, what were your non-negotiables? What were those non-negotiables that you implemented daily? And for all those years, like 7 years, to really erase that 703,000 of
Yeah,
debt.
yeah, we're gonna do a master class on this, but just kind of
I'm
just
excited for that.
we created this thing called the grace method. It starts with changing your mindset about debts, for example, right? Because at first, our thinking of debt is there's such thing as good debt and bad debt, but that made it so like relaxed about debt. So you have to think about you have to change your mindset first about money, about debts in itself. That's the biggest thing. And so that's the G, but I'll talk about the rest about it. But anyways, you need to have a strategy. You need to next thing is you need to have a system which you need to follow. We follow the baby steps, Dave Ramsey's baby steps. And so the non-negotiables is that once we got into baby step 2, which is there's 7 steps, and baby step 2 is really to pay off all debts, and you cannot move on to the next step until you pay all debts. When we when we
I
got
don't have it here.
this is
I have the list.
1,000 saves. Second is baby step to pay all consumer debts, all of it, right? So we did not do anything else. That was our only focus. It was like gazelle intense. I talked about this in our business convention that gazelle intense means that you run. There's two animals in the wild, right? One is the cheetah, one is the gazelle, right? And the gazelle is running for their lives because the cheetah is just is hungry for lunch, but cheetah is gonna die because he's being chased after. So what's interesting about this is that the cheetah runs three times faster than the gazelle, but out of 19 chases it can only catch one. Why? Because it's running for their life. So the non-negotiable is that when you're trying to get out of debt, you can death by 1,000 cuts. You're wandering into debt, which means, oh, I can do all this, spend here, spend there. But when you want to get out of it, you cannot wander out of that. You gotta go gazelle intense. You gotta go focus, because if you do not focus, because if you're like, we could maybe travel a little bit, do some of that here, you can't. For the next 18 to 24 months, that is your only focus.
Yeah.
That's it. That's a non-negotiable thing. If you want to get out of debt, you can. It requires so much effort. But the beautiful thing about this, which I talked about, that is that when you do that, there's something in you, your character, the refinement of your character, right? You become resourceful. So many things. Your patience, your ability to delay gratification, right? Because anything else they'll tell you, you can go to trip, but we're not going to go on a trip. You can take this. No, your grocery budget 1,000 down to 200. Like there's all this. Everything you see, you sell, right? So it's just that's it, right?
Yeah, I think I think the non-negotiable for us was we really had to have to like to decide together that we're not going to use credit card, especially.
My turn.
Okay,
Our son is
he's in the washroom.
in the washroom. He needs help.
Switch. Hello, Caleb. I'm stealing mommy and daddy for a bit.
Yeah, we rented a hotel with a kitchen as well. So
One second, kid.
what happened is that when we started the online business, right? We decided that okay, our last loan was actually our business loan, right? But then we said okay, we're gonna do this business without credit card, and how do we do that, right? So we actually have our corporate jobs. We work in finance, and we Dave used to work as a general manager, so we have disposable income for the business, right? So maybe extra 500, right? But that's it, or 1,000. So we had to make another side hustles, which is we did cleaning, we rented our second bedroom, we did we sold a lot of stuff, so that actually free us um, more cash flow. And we realized that we cannot depend on the business income in the beginning because it is our baby. It's really like you're feeding the baby, you're feeding that new business at the time. So we're not eating the fruits of the of the business, right? So we actually decided, okay, what can we sacrifice, right? So that's our commitment, so that we're not pressured to make sales.
Hey, Caleb. You want to join us? I saw you on the stage. You're so cute. You're so big now.
Free screen.
Yeah, you did the dance
Yeah, we're
stream,
gonna-
right?
You do the
Bye,
screen.
bye,
We're
bye.
doing free.
Bye. Say bye, everybody. First.
I love what you said there, sis, that the business, you treat it as a baby.
That's right.
So you feed it. You don't eat the fruits yet, but because you're still building the baby.
Yeah, our problem when we did many other businesses. Like the fruits comes out and there's a lot of sacrifice in the beginning, so you gotta keep refeeding, reinvesting time and money until there's enough that it can feed yourself. And when there's extra, after you pay all expenses, that's when you can actually benefit the roots. So that requires patience, delayed gratification. So those are some of the things that really will come out when you focus on the steps that we followed, right? So
The refinement of your character. I
Mm.
love that. Refinement of your character.
Yeah.
And people watching right now, maybe some of them are thinking, Dave and Roxanne, awesome. That sounds great. But my situation is different. Like, what would you say to that person?
yeah, I all I can say is I know how you feel. We felt the same way. We were $86,000 of consumer debt, and it starts with hope, as I mentioned, right? So the first step is to watch other people, be inspired, be around others that listen to stories, because stories will encourage you, will ignite you, and once you're inspired, do something. You don't have to eat the whole elephant, right?
Yeah.
Do one thing at a time, right? When you pay off debts, there's a strategy called debt snowball, right? So you break it down from your lowest debt to your highest debt, and you focus on the smallest debt first. This is strategy now, which we're gonna cover in the master class. But you're gonna focus on your smallest debt, right? There's many different ways to do it, but there's the avalanche method where you focus on the biggest debt first. But this snowball works, and studies have shown that if you see results, if you see progress, you get excited. It's kind of like when you want to lose weight, right? And you look at yourself in the weighing scale after working out for a week and dieting, and you see nothing, right? You feel discouraged. But if you see a little bit of movement, just a little bit of progress, you get this thing like, I want to do more, right? So that's what that snowball is. You focus on the small one, and then you even if it's only 100 and you pay it off, like, boom, gone. One credit card gone. You feel good about yourself. So start with hope, right? Get surrounded with people that you can say, I can do this too, right? Watch stories after stories, right, of debt-free screams, and then do something, right? Just do one thing and do another thing consistently daily, right? For the next 21 days, right? That's what you need to do, right? So,
Yeah, and we we got Dave
To
Ramsey's
sign it.
to sign it, right?
This is the book.
Yeah, this is the book that really changed our mindset about money, right? The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. He signed it, right?
Yay!
All right.
Yeah. So, we really highly suggest, regardless if you're doing a business or you're just having a job, right? It can still help you become even millionaire, right? There's a lot of studies that with as long as you manage your finances very well, it can help you, become financially free, financially ahead, right? So for us, there are like people in this journey that we always watch those debt free screams stories. We cannot relate, right? So some of you may not relate to us, right? But what we did is we look for more stories and say, okay, these people I can relate more, these people I could not relate, right? But you see the same stories over and over, and we all have the same, same story, which is pain, which is, the debt will actually give you that stress, right? It's not good to sleep at night. Like we fought about, about the bills. Like I got so scared if the bills will bounce, right? So I know that it's not a good financial standpoint, right?
Mhm.
So,
Mhm. I love that. And I think that's the book that I saw behind you when I saw your post 6 years ago. And I mentioned that I actually borrowed uh, Dave Ramsey's book as well from the library. And I was like, all of a sudden, you guys are on my newsfeed. I was like, what? There's another persons reading, same author. I was like, oh my gosh, is this you, Lord?
Yeah.
It's amazing, how everything turns out, like full circle. And you touch about having that you talk about like the marriage somehow, the communication, not
mhm.
having that peace, like you would talk about it. So after that that free scream on the Ramsey stage, how was your marriage, like even before, not just like the day after, but the journey towards that financial peace? How has your marriage, your family, your faith shifted in your financial peace journey?
Yeah, I talked on the stage that I used to be a financial advisor, and one of the biggest causes of divorce is finances. 50% of marriages is because of money. So on the reverse side, if we have union and unity about marriage, it increases it. Your chances of staying together 50% on the reverse side, right? So for us, we never, like, our budgets before was a fight. There was no such thing as a budget, right? Because it was like ego driven. For me, it's like, oh, I know everything. I used to be your manager. You work now, like, it's like. But then when we are on the same page, working on the same team, right? It changed like a whole our marriage, like just when it comes to talking about money, having goals together financially, right? You just move faster, like in your financial goals, because you're now, instead of pulling apart, you're actually working towards each other, and it's easier to communicate when you want to travel. And especially Christmas, we used to have big fights for Christmas because Ramsan is a gift when it comes to love language. It's like, what, 1,000 budget, like what are we giving everybody? So now we're like, okay, well, we'll save up for Christmas, and it's just incredible, right? So
Yeah, I think being in this journey, it really like solidify our marriage. And also I felt understood, I felt heard, that like, because we all deal with money differently, right? Especially how we grew up, right? Like for me, like I always thought that money is abundant, right? Like 'cause my mom always give me gifts, right? But in his family, money is scarce, right? So
worry.
like worry and all that. So we clash about that, and I didn't understand him. He didn't understand me. So after this journey, during this journey of financial peace, we understood each other. And it really also helped our goals faster, right? And we started to have more faith, meaning to say we believe more. And also we realized that God's resources is not ours. Our money is not our money, it's God's money. We're just a manager, we don't own it. And I think that's the biggest thing that we learned from this journey, learning how to manage it properly. And if we realize that if we can't handle a little bit of it, then he cannot bless us even more. So
Mhm.
I think that's the biggest thing that really helped us.
Mhm.
I love that. And I'm just wondering, like in the Dave Ramsey's terms, who is the spender or the free spirit and who is the saver?
Yeah, it's really interesting because she's a nerd and a free spirit.
I'm a spender,
Spender,
but
yeah,
I'm a nerd.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
I love to like do the budget
Yeah, yeah,
and all
that's
that.
right.
But then I'm a spender. I love to
Uh-huh.
spend.
Yeah, it's usually like the one, right? If you're a nerd, you're usually the
The same.
saver.
Yeah.
Okay, it balances it out.
Yeah. He's a saver,
But
and
a
he's a free
free
spirit.
spirit. It's really kind of interesting because I'm a saver, but also a free spirit. So it's kind of deadly. That's why it's good to know. And for some of you that are watching, you don't understand what we're talking about.
Yeah.
There's a I think a test, an exam, like
In the book.
in the book, right, to find out if you're a spender or a saver and free spirit or a nerd, right? So
Yeah, and I can totally relate with that. When you're on the same page, and I know a lot of, I just want to extend on this a bit because I know there are a lot of people here in our platform, whether in our group or in our different social media pages, that you are wanting to explore this online opportunity, but here you are, your partner, your spouse, or a family member is
yeah,
feeling a little more skeptical. Like in your case, it was Roxanne who was skeptical because of the 24 failed businesses in the past. In my case, it used to be my husband. But yes, communication is always key. And when you have that goal, when you become open, when you have that weekly, what do you call this, budget meeting in the family, all of a sudden, it lightens up, and you're faster in your goals, and your gazelle intensity intense, and you have a deeper relationship because of that, right? So I can
yeah.
totally do that.
And the biggest thing is like when you're on the same page, that's the key. Because the problem is when we come into a marriage, we all have different money values, right?
Yeah.
So in our money values, we got it from our parents or from whoever raised us.
Yeah.
What's wrong to you could be what's right for you could be wrong for the other person, right? So that's the problem. So you're not in unity. You're in clash immediately, right? In marriage, a lot of things you're in clash, but money especially, you deal with money, and when money is very little and you don't agree on what to do with it, it's just a disaster. That's why 50% of marriage, it's not that they want to break up, it's just they have different values and it communicates differently, right? And that's the problem. But if you're reading the same thing and you're agreeing on one thing, that fixes a lot of your problems when it comes to marriage, because money is what you deal with every day. So I highly advise, if you're watching this and you're a couple, read it. And somebody's saying this, I read that book before and I got a copy, but never really applied it. Joyce says this: I encourage you, Joyce, to download the app, listen to all the debt-free screams, inject yourself in a community, because when you read a book, it's standalone, right? But if you're listening to, you have an app, the Ramsey app, or
Or on
you're
YouTube as well, the Ramsey Show.
yeah,
Yeah. So
because
many.
yeah, you gotta marinate yourself in information, right? Because information without application is, as 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 Robin Sharma would say, information without application is delusion, right? So you gotta marinate yourself to be able to apply it, right? So
Yeah, and it's really interesting when you hear other people's stories and you see yourself. Like me, I am also Roxanne. I'm the spender, and my husband is the saver, kind of thing. And when you hear that story with other people, it's like, okay, there's really nothing wrong, but it's just really the way we are basically we grew up in our separate families, and all of a sudden we're here, united because of the marriage, right? And then you're putting all those backgrounds together, so you have to really work it out.
Yeah.
So now that you've done your debt-free scream on the Ramsey Show stage, what's the vision you're most excited about for the future? What's next after that? After that, huge step.
Yeah. I think personally, of course, we're excited more to to travel more, spend more. No, just kidding. Um, uh,
Go for it.
I think professionally, we're excited to it really inspired us also to help more people. So that's why we're doing the master class and also to write a book, right? So because we feel that we need to share that, and also we're working on making our YouTube channel like much better, like the videos. We're not very tech savvy, so we need to hire that
Yeah,
person
because we want
maybe.
to reach more people that were just like us before.
Yeah.
You know, like our target market is us. You know, the people that are entrepreneurs. A lot of people I see in our online community is like us, right? They want to become successful, but the reason why they can't become successful is because you were us, right? You're impatient. You don't have, you don't wait. You have ABD, attention deficit disorder, right? You look for other things, you get distracted, right? You
You
cannot
try to find
focus.
the easy
You
way.
cannot focus, and you cannot go through the hard. That was us, right? That's why we keep jumping from one business. You could be here, but you're disengaged because you're looking at other businesses. That means you're not taking action. Like, you cannot look at one thing and that is it until you pay it off. That is it until you, in our case, generate a lead. That is it until until you have a winning ad. That is it until you get your first sale, right? Like, but along the way, oh, I look at something else, it's a little bit easier, or like maybe I'm here, but I just show up anyways. I don't do my, because so our target market is those people, that want to become successful in business. But first, handle your own finances, because just paying off your debts, if you pay off your debts, you will become a better entrepreneur. Why? Because it's not easy, especially if you have a lot of debt, right? Don't ignore it. Focus, and just in the next 18 to 24 months, that's all you do. That's all you do, right? When you focus and you just take all this refinement of your character, I'm telling you, just by doing it, you're gonna become a better entrepreneur, and you're gonna explode whatever business you're in. If you're in the online business, you'll be like, that's what Coach Day was saying. And when he said, don't sleep, don't sleep and get a winning ad. People can't do that, right? In the next, that's what I'm talking about, right? So, anyways, I'm fired up.
And before we have the last question, I forgot to put these up. I grabbed some of your photos here, and if you want to share a bit of them about like behind the scenes here, if you want to. So this is the actual screen. There you go. And
Yes.
then scale up.
Yeah, we wanted.
Yeah, they have a photo booth on the side, and
Yeah.
it's really amazing. Like, the whole place is an experience in itself.
Yeah.
Like, the whole, like, a timeline. There's a big wall of the timeline when the Dave Ramsey show started, and they have the Dave's old car where it's cut in half. It's in the
Oh, that's the one. I think. Oh no, I wasn't able to put it up here. I have a maximum of 10 copies here. So what was you mentioned you had to apply, like book ahead before you come into the studio, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah. So I think before you can just tell them, hey, we're coming and all that. But this one, there's an application. We have to submit, like, okay, how much have you paid? Do you use a credit card or a line of credit to pay off your debts? So we said no, right? This one is actually after we did the debt free screen. You write it, how much you paid, where you're from, right? So, and then after the application, they email us, they call us, they interview us, they told us to submit a video. So it's a little bit.
it's an
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's
audition,
an
yeah.
addition.
And they said not everybody is accepted, so you have to send a video, and you may not be accepted with your video, right? So, but
So the interview is virtual.
no, the interview is on the phone.
Yeah,
On the phone. This is like apart from the video that you have to submit.
Apart from it, yeah.
Wow.
So then after the interview, they'll say, we'll send you the email, and we're waiting for your video audition, right? And then they'll say, we may or may not take you because there's a lot of people in line, right? So
yeah,
wow.
and at that time, it's crazy. We already booked our flights and everything.
we could just go.
Yeah, because we thought we can just go. I was like, oh my gosh, like I hope we the go ahead and say, okay, you're already booked on this date, right?
Yeah, but on the video, on the audition, it says, if Dave, even if we don't get it, we're gonna go there anyways, and you're gonna eat those cookies that you're talking about.
Because we already booked our
Because we already booked our flights, so.
There you go. It's a done deal. And they actually reserved a parking spot for you guys. And tell us about the little writing there. You're here, you did it. Something like that, right?
You did it.
Yeah, you really feel special when you go there, because you get a tag when they come in. I feel like they know us because they're coming. Oh yeah, you guys come here, like Dave and Roxanne, right?
Yeah.
Like there's two that did the debt free scheme that day, so they have two families. So they have free cookies and coffee, any latte you want, right? Like any, say going to Starbucks, but cookies
And you have a support.
Yeah.
Yes, that's his brother, Coach Dexter, and his wife, Kiza.
Yeah.
So we're so blessed to have them because it's a big
So I'm
help.
just watching Caleb
Yeah.
over.
There you go on the side. I love that. Oh wow! And then you also have this one. You know, it's been on your vision board for quite some time, and like
Yeah.
seeing this massive facility. What were you thinking? Like first seeing, like, oh my gosh, we're here.
Yeah, when we drove in, it's like wow, we just didn't realize how big the facility is, and also like the the whole company is so mission driven because the quotes
yeah.
everywhere, like the one quote that says somebody's life has changed because showed up to work
You
today.
showed up to work today.
We can't stop because
We can't give up because
someone needs our help.
someone
Changing lives. I think I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like it's such a mission. I learned a lot even just showing up there. Like you have to create a mission-driven movement so that people will wanna go to work or do the business, right? So,
Live like no one else. Exactly this one, right?
yeah,
Love it. I love it. Whew, we can go on and on, but I know people are waiting also for the power. Okay, what's the next step here? You know, if they're feeling stuck, if you're watching this right now, whether live or in a replay, if you're feeling stuck in debt or the paycheck to paycheck grind, why should they take a look at, oh, before this one, Dave Ramsey mentioned like the number one asset, like, the tool that, yeah, the wealth, there you go, the wealth building tool. Can you talk about that a bit?
yeah. Your number one wealth building tool is your income, right? So Dave talked about it lightly, but one of the biggest reasons why we got out of that is because of our income. There's only two equations in getting out of that when it comes to the numbers, right? Is money coming out, which is you have to manage your expenses, but one of the most important thing is money coming in, right? So we did all the side hustles, but they were okay. It made us money, but it was this online business that really helped us increase. So you do this, you manage your finances, but you also have to increase your income. That's the equation. And if you're here, I always say success leaves footprints, right? You cannot just go to a place where do the income, but you want to go to a place that not only will teach you how to earn the income, but also will guide you, support you, have mentorship. And this community, with our tribe, for example, we kind of bombarded them with not just strategies, but also mindsets that change your mind when it comes to finances. Your books about Financial Peace University, that's what you want. You need a community of people that is gonna support you, and that's how we did it in getting out of debt. So if you want to earn more income, you need a community of people that will guide you, support you. Because I'm telling you, it's simple, but it's not easy. Simple because we give you the steps, but it's not easy. So you need to be inspired all the time, like to have people that you see every day, like wow, they're winning. I can do it too, right? So
and also like for the people that are skeptical, I was very skeptical in the beginning. In 2018, when Dave saw an ad in Facebook about starting an online business, he was so excited, and I was very skeptical because I thought it will, what's this? Another business, right? We've failed in 24 business already. Why can't you just give up, right? So I was almost in the verge of giving up. But what really opened my mind is that he asked me this question: okay, if we don't do the online business, what do we have in the next 3 to 5 years, right? We'll just have our corporate jobs. What do we have, right? Maybe we'll pay off some debts, right? Maybe, right? But what if we do the second plan, right? The plan that we're going to build this online business on the side, right? And while we have our corporate job, what could we have in the next 3 to 5 years? Maybe we'll pay off our debts. Maybe we'll have freedom. Maybe we'll own our home, right? And thank God I listened to him, because now, 7 years today, right? We already paid off, we bought a home on those 7 years and then paid it off, right? Our condo in the Philippines, we paid that off as well. That's why it's like 700,000. And we have the time freedom for the past 4 years now. For me, for the past 5 years for Dave, we've been boss free. So since Caleb was born, we've been full-time parents with him. We didn't miss any milestone. And for us, this online business, we're so blessed that we have coaches and mentors that could guide you. So reach out to those people who,
If you're in this group,
yeah, if you're in this group, in our private group as well, or whoever referred you to the online business, reach out to those mentors because they will guide you.
yeah, if you're ready, just comment "I'm ready" in the chat. If you're in this group that we have, just comment "I'm ready."
Mhm.
Whoever invited you here will reach out to you and talk to you what your next steps are. Again, the next step is easy because you take a deeper look, right?
Yeah.
30 days to review it. Money back guarantee. If it's not for you, then it's not for you, right?
Mhm.
It's not for everybody. The bottom line is not for everybody, but take a look anyways because that was where we're at the time. So
And you basically just answered the last question there, right? That's the reason why they're actually here. Like those who are in our private group, the digital business builders and community, you're here because something inside of you has been telling you like, hey, maybe I should check this out. And I personally want to take this opportunity to thank both of you because I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be able to transform also my $19 per hour income, like paycheck, to making. I haven't even posted about it because I'm still digesting it. Like for the first time, I was able to hit one of my biggest goals, which is six figures in a month. I know that's mind blowing, and you guys have paved the way. You guys have posted something like that, and it blew my mind. Like, oh my gosh, these people, everyday couple, have done it. They're paving the way, and it's just a matter of time. If it's possible for everyday people like us being able to do this without prior experience, we've set us the stage for you guys. All you need to do is follow the footprints, follow the footsteps,
Mhm.
and really have that mind shift, right? Any last words for everyone's like, okay, this
I
is
just,
all
I just
good.
this is not this is very rare. We don't usually do this, but actually, Roxanne shared this also outside our.
Yeah, I was like, why is so many commenting?
If you're watching us from the outside and you've been following us for a while, maybe us or Katrina, and you're ready also, right? And you want to have access because again, we don't do this all the time. We have
Yes,
more of
yes.
this. We have more of this inside our private group. So if you
Mhm.
want access to our private group and you want to see deeper because you've been following us, just comment access, right? If you're not in this group, if you're in the group and you're ready, just say I'm ready. But if you're outside the group,
And not a business
and not a business owner, not a business owner, okay? Because if you're not a business owner and you want access to the private group, so you will, do more of your research if this is a fit for you or not. Just comment access, and we're gonna give you access to our private group. So my last words is that this was the answer to our prayer.
Mhm.
This could be answer to you. I mean, it's not for everybody, right? But this was our answer and completely changed our lives. Those some words that Dave uses like really hit us. It's like you're pretty much homeless. It's like wow, yeah, that's true.
Yes.
Yeah, you can use that word again.
Yeah, we were pretty much homeless. And then in the beginning, he drilled us. So you're a baby step millionaire. It's like, I guess if you say that, right? Over and over, it's like, yeah, I guess, right? I guess, right? The more like he just affirmed like our journey. And again, part of our journey, the reason why we reached that so fast is because of the online business. Is it going to
Yeah.
be easy? No. Will you have guidance? Will you have unlimited potential? Yes, but it's you are the variable of this whole journey, right? So
Yeah, and also like just to add on that, it's just looking back on our journey, it's just to affirm how God is so good and so faithful. So whatever your dreams are, always believe that God will provide all the resources, all the people, all the money, all the time, all the talents that you need, the right people, if you believe and you take action, right? Because those dreams, God won't give it to you if He's not able to accomplish it through you, right? So whatever that is, we'll be here ready for you. Amazing mentors that will guide you along the way. So we're excited for you.
thanks,
I love
Katrina.
that. I
Moving.
love that.
Yeah.
So, you guys, you've heard it from the power couple. Think about it. You've seen what staying means. Like, the same, it will cost you if you stay the same, keep doing the same things over and over and over again. And now you've seen what change can create.
Mhm.
So, the only question left is which future do you want? So, again, if you're in our private group, the Digital Business Builders and Community, we don't usually do this, but we've opened it up in the public because this is a really powerful session.
Yeah.
Comment I'm ready if you're inside the Digital Business Builders and community. Or you can also message the person who added you to the group if you want like a personal chat with them. So comment I'm ready if you're in the private group, or if you're outside of the group, whether you're on Dave and Roxanne's page or on my page, comment access if you want the sneak peek, not just a sneak peek, but a full view, a full access, comment access, so we can add you to our DBB. Okay, so there you have it. Thank you so much, coaches Dave and Roxanne. There's so many comments here. I'll just quickly show them. There you go. Wow, look at you. I got like hundreds of comments here. We appreciate all the love, all the congratulations. And this is what's possible for everybody. So we don't have much time to look into all of these, but we do appreciate all of you, everybody, and see you again on another episode of Breaking Barriers here in our exclusive Digital Business Builders and community. God bless everybody.
And that's
Thank you.
everything, guys.
God bless.
Thank you, coaches.
Thank you.